Hey, what's up, guys? Before this podcast begins, I would just like to say that uh, this footage is a bit the quality isn't up to par with my recent videos at the moment. But I recorded all these footage on my old computer, and it was just bad quality. So bear with the quality. Don't mind it. This is more of a podcast, so you can just sit and listen to it. You don't really have to watch it if you don't want to. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I got a whole new PC now, 10 times better, better quality, better everything on my new PC. So I'm super happy about that. And yeah, don't forget, from the last video, I stated that I'm going to start live streaming more often now. So I don't know if I should start announcing when I'm a live stream or not, or if I should just live stream randomly and see if you guys can join or whatever. But I will start live streaming. I don't know if I'll announce it, but if you ever see me live streaming and you see me online, you can always join the live stream and ask whatever questions you want to ask. I can live stream on YouTube or Twitch. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Without further ado, welcome to the podcast. Peace out. I think you guys know him by now. Peekaboo. He can basically introduce himself again if he wants to, but yeah, he's. Let me see. Wait, where are you in terms of?
I'm I'm on season one right now.
Oh, snap.
Uh,
Okay, let me see. I can just find you through the clan then, so people can at least know like in terms of like your yeah. So like your wait, weren't you like 18.6 at one point? I remember
no,
you being up there.
that's Slage. Slage is 18.6 right now.
No, no, no. Like a few days ago, when I first when I glanced on your duels, because I like to check people's duels from time to time.
Oh,
You were up there, like around 18.6 last time. Last time I
I
checked.
think either 18.6 or like high 18.5.
Yeah. So
Uh,
what happened?
yeah.
Why are you down here now?
People hit me. People hit me and I hit them back, and I mean wins and losses happen. But we're testing forms, so
Oh, okay.
um, testing against each other, seeing which forms work, uh, and then I hit. You see, we're paired with the new servers or whatever in our duels, so hit some of them to test and see how my F1 does.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. Well, okay. Well, you can introduce yourself. I'm pretty sure everyone knows you by now, though. So
Ah,
go for
Well,
it.
I'm not gonna say daddy this time. I don't need you making more memes and stuff. Uh, just peekaboo kid, whatever. All of it's good. Um, but yeah, just here to give some advice and see how we can grow, get everyone stronger together.
I bet. Uh, I think usually I do this towards the end of the video, but I think I would just like to get it over with in the beginning of the video. So, I can go first, then you can go in terms of like giving shout outs and all that stuff. 47,
Yeah.
some of my friends. I haven't seen her in a long time, but shout out to H Rose. She came to 46 now. So I would like to give her a shout out. And the other person is if I can find him. Where is he? Oh, I don't see him here. I think he probably switched clans or something. But shout out to that other guy that came with H Rose. And yeah, just overall, some of my old friends that came here and want to stay here now as their new home. Respect you guys. Shout out to Jaro, Lydia. I know Lydia probably got other offers to go to like 52 or 55. I don't know which server. I think those are world servers, but shout out to them, and I wish them good luck in their own journey. But yeah, you can go ahead and just give your shout outs.
No one. Not. No, I'm kidding. Just we'll do all of CBZ clan and all of 46. We're not gonna do anyone else outside of 46. So everybody in CBZ and then everybody in 40. You ain't with us, you against us, you know. So
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
look at
So
that 30 though. We look beastly. Look at that clan power. Just
uh,
crazy, you know?
it's scary though. Like we're facing Wales this season, so it's like
Yeah,
It's not just one whale this time. It's like multiple whales this season. It's gonna be tough.
everybody can get hit the same. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, without further ado, I guess we can get started now. So like I said, the goal is for me to leave this 16,000 mark in terms of duels and reach 17K and above. So what's the first thing you would like to analyze on this account?
The first thing,
Yeah.
go back to your player card. Oh, it doesn't show up this time because it's the end of the season. But Saw, TTBE, BGT. You need to play them, if not every time. And I think what is it, 6 times a day? They pop up, or five? What is it, 5 times a day? So it's reset, and then 2, 8, 12, 14, and 20. So 6 times a day.
Yep.
You can't play them all 6 times. Play them as many times as you can. It's free rewards, even if you suck. You know, like
Mhm.
even if you're bad at the game mode and you just are terrible, do the bare minimum. Try to do the challenges in them or whatever. They're all easy. For Saul, you got to kill 40 walkers. Just sit in there and kill walkers and gather with 2 forms. So gather with your F1 and F2, and then kill walkers with the other 3 forms, and you're done with the challenge with 50% of the challenges in one game. You know.
Mhm.
So then the next game you play, you can focus solely on trying to win and getting kill points and occupying buildings. So then you don't have to gather and you don't have to kill walkers.
Okay.
Yes, it's team aspect in Saw, but all the quests are individual except for winning. So go in there, finish those. When you finish them, then try to win.
Okay.
So
So and so basically just focus everyone should be focusing on their events. I know it's disabled right now cuz like we're basically at the end of the season, but it's like
yeah,
just focus on your daily events essentially. That's what you're saying.
yes, do as much Saw, as much. Everyone still calls it LOS, but TTBE is the correct name. So do as much TTBE and as much BGT on Friday as you can. Lines we cross, try to participate, even if you just get your 10 million and leave. Everything that you don't have to spend money on or you don't have to put an excess amount of time into, you should do because it's free.
Okay.
Especially if you're going to be free to play. If you're going to spend, that's a different conversation. But if you're going to be free to play or you're going to be a low spender, play all the events. Try to be in RZ. If you can't make the RZT team because of your strength or anything like that, I know every server's different. But if you can't be in RZT, um, but RZ's open for everyone in the clan, try to do those because it's free rewards, free upgrades, free steel, free copper, free everything just to level up your vehicle or whatever else.
Okay. So that's a pretty solid advice that I'll be writing down. Okay, so focus on daily events. Got it. So what's the second thing that you would like to give? The second advice essentially.
It's it's the hardest one because it involves your clan.
Mhm.
Um, donate to tech. Donate to your clan tech. Try to boost it. Try to do as much as you can. Um, don't do it now for you because I'm gonna yell at you because you're in my server. Don't do it now. We have towers that start in a few hours, so save your gems for towers. But the reason why I said clan tech, build outposts, do donations to tech and stuff. Only reason I say that is because you get clan points.
Mhm.
The more you build, the more you donate to tech. You use those clan points to buy things you need in the clan shop, whether it's speed ups for research, builds, training speed ups, whatever you need. Um, do merit, do as much as you can to get what you need for free.
Mhm.
But you don't have to spend any money. All you have to do is sacrifice a formation for 2 hours,
Yep.
to build an outpost. It or 24 hours to build a base or whatever. Whatever you need to do.
Okay.
So the next one is try to make your clan as active as possible. Whether you're in season 1 or you're in season 15, 16, whatever we're going into now, X point 35, I don't know. But try to do as much, like try to do as many rallies. Burn all of your stamina and all of your milk every day. As much as you can. I know things happen. You can't log in. You can only get in because you have work or kids or your dog or girlfriend or whatever. But try to burn all of your stamina every day. Even if it's one time a day, um, getting back from 0 to 200 on stamina, I believe takes like 17 hours or 18 hours, something like that. Depending on your elite as well, and depending on your tech and all that other good stuff as well too.
Okay.
But just try to burn everything and get as many resources, get as many miniature upgrades. Uh, do abandons. Those are like the best rallies to do. Woodberries are just, I mean, hometown heroes are trash, so kind of no point doing those. But do
Wait,
abandon.
I think that's the key thing to. I think that's way more important than you think, because in my previous server in 47, like people would prioritize doing Woodbury like almost every event over anything else, like over Abandon, over. Why is that though? Like, can you explain further in terms of like why a Woodbury isn't that important anymore?
Um, the rewards for them aren't as great as they should be. Um, of course, try to do your best in the event. Outside of the event, that's I guess that's more so what I mean. Woodberries are useless for me. Maybe I'm speaking for myself too, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, woodberries don't do. I don't. My hometown heroes are maxed. Um, the rewards that come with it, the shield might be the best reward that comes out of it. You know, um, whereas you have abandons, I can upgrade my vehicle now. Like my F1 vehicle is literally, I need 3 levels and it's maxed. You know, um, so you have that. I just don't think the rewards for woodberries are plausible for what they are. What you have to do to get them. That makes sense. It's not
Yeah.
even worth the stamina, in my opinion,
Okay.
because you can use that stamina, especially on the season map. You can use that stamina for the uh, wagons, which give you the same woodberry rewards that you would get, and you can get the fragments you need for like Negan, Dwight, John, or whoever else, hometown heroes included. So you can do those and come out better, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think the only value in doing Woodberries would be the 8 hour shield that you get. That's usually what I do as well. I do as many Woodberries until I collect all the shields, and then after that, I'll just entirely focus on a whole different stuff like wagons or abandons. I think that's the best way to go.
Correct. Um, now, with that said, I will do woodberries if the clan needs it. Um, if we're in second place and we need 50 woodberry to get first for the rewards for everyone, I'll do woodberry. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh, I'll do anything to make the clan better because if the clan's better, I'm better. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Um, at the same time, I don't want to, but I will. Because I just feel like there's better options with doing the wagons or doing the abandoned rallies. Um, you just level up a bit better. Um, now, moving on, the next one would be Tails. I hate Tails. I think it's the worst. I think it should be like an auto push. I should be able to push a button and it fucking go. Sorry, and it goes through the entire thing without me having to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. 100%. I
It's
agree.
so stupid. I hate it. But I will do it for the clan. I will do it to better whatever. But I hate it. But everyone for keys. Depending on your season, I think hospital. Well, let me say that unless you are solely free to play, and this may sound mean, but if you are completely free to play, 9 times out of 10, you're not in the best clan on the server anyway. Um, but you should only be doing hospital entails. There's no need to do prison. Yes, you may need bread. Yes, you may need radios, but you can get that from the war pass now too. You know, complete your dailies every day. You can get radios. You can get radios from your elite. Yeah, it's only one or two, but save them up. Do your PAMs on Sunday and call it a day. But the quickest way to upgrade would be doing hospital every time. Has the best rewards. I don't know what the other ones, whenever they release them in like 3 to 5 years, are gonna be, but hospital's the better one.
Okay. And then the next, I think we're in on probably advice 4 right now. So
Hmm. I mean, other than that, it becomes more of like, oh well, no, you don't have to spend yet. Rubies. Um, excuse me. Rubies. Saving rubies is very smart. Whether that's for your dog or whether it's for the immediate upgrade, which is your elite level. Um, I would say if you're not elite 12 yet, you need to be. You're 14, of course, but for anyone else, if you're not 12 at this point in the game, season 16 or whatever, you need to be. Those perks are necessary. Um, it's going to help you a lot in fights. It's going to help you a lot in PvE and PvP so you can get more stuff. Elite 15 is like the big cap breaker, per se, if you want to use that one. So you get that extra march capacity per square. Now, it's based off the square total, not your actual formation. So that's what they don't explain there to you. So I believe the square is like 200 and something, I guess. I don't know. Can't remember. But it's 15% of that. So you only get like an extra 30 troops per formation.
okay,
But it's a significant increase that you do notice, if that makes sense.
okay,
It's a good enough increase that it makes a difference in a fight. The more troops you have, the more troops they have to kill to beat you.
I see. I'll probably have to level this up by. I'll do it next season. Then we'll see.
Well, you're only what is that? 46,000 and some change away. If you hit upgrade right there, that's what this is what I always do. I always hit upgrade and then the 10 I hit buy and use and then I slide it all the way to the end. So you need 512,000. I said
Jesus.
400, 407 something, but you need 512,000. Um it
Rubies.
sounds like a lot, but in a season, speaking just for the tops we had last season, I think combined we used maybe a couple million gems between us all.
Damn.
Oh. And that's from upgrading dogs, upgrading elites, speed ups to hit outpost, speed ups to hit towns, uh, things like that.
Okay, so basically, the deal breaker is gonna be that extra march capacity for your troops.
Yeah. The autofill, we're not whales. There's no point in us putting that on. You'll lose more troops than you can imagine. So that's unnecessary. I never use that.
Okay.
I don't have the troops to use it anyway. So
Uh,
now I think we're actually in the. Oh, we're not. Do your dogs daily. We're not in the spending portion yet. Do your dogs every day. Um, do your grabs every day. Your radio, your war cart stuff, all the free stuff. Do them every day. Um, make sure you do all your daily tasks on your dogs and all that good stuff. You don't have to do it now. There's no survival challenge. You're just wasting it.
It's
That's
just one.
another thing.
It's just one dog. It's just one dog.
That's another thing we'll get to right now. Double dip and learn to double dip as much as you can. When there's stronger survivor going on and there's survival challenge on the same, like there's 6 survival challenges a day. Okay. If it's research day and research day has dogs, research, um, what else does it have that day? I think it has like a war cart and um rallies and stuff.
Mhm.
So since it has war, and I think it has specialization too. So since it has all those, one survival challenge that has specialization, build, blah blah blah. Do your specialization during that survival challenge. So you double dip. So you get Negan frags, Pam frags, whatever, or Dwight frags, whatever you're going for the survival challenge. You get those. Go all the way to the end to the last gold chest. Get that. So then you get survival challenge. Then you get stronger survivor points as well, right? The next challenge, radio and grab. Do the bare minimum, okay? Because it's not that challenge for that day. So do the bare minimum so you can save those for the day you can do them. Then the next challenge is like research, build, and kill. Do all your rallies in those 4 hours. Do everything you can in those 4 hours and do your research in those 4 hours. So you maximize, because that's the worst challenge to do. It's terrible. I have nothing left to build. Okay. So once you reach that point, you're just literally killing walkers or whatever. Because research, you're almost at the end of all your researches too. So just do what you can in that moment. But that's when you go all out for like research and your rallies. The next one's usually like another radio or war card or something. And since war cards that day, do your war cards. Do your war card. Try to get to the last gold chest. Try to get a good placement in the survival challenge if you can. And then the next one's the research and dog and specialization again. Do all your dogs at that point. Do all your dogs, get them out the way. And then the last challenge is like grab and war card again. Do some more war cards. Call it a day. But at that point, you're double dipping and everything. So you're always getting extra points and you're maximizing your survival challenge and your strongest survivor. And I just rambled and rambled and rambled, all to say, don't be stupid and go all out on the first survival challenge and have nothing left for the rest of the week.
No, that's true. I think that was a good guide though for strongest survivor. They'll probably take note of that as well. So
Yeah.
okay.
Um,
So dogs, as you stated, um, what was the just to go back to the main topic? What was the general advice that you were given for dogs specifically? You said to do your daily task for dogs, and then what else?
do your daily task for dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're doing your dogs later, like merging them and everything like that, trying to get the best dog possible. I believe it's like Monday and Friday survival challenge.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's dogs days. Yeah.
yeah. No, no,
But
yeah, no, no. Isn't Friday a kill event?
yes. But I think it's also dogs that day as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right, you're right. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, dogs is like a different thing as well because like you need to focus on certain skills. Like if you click on, can you click on your F1 dog there?
Yep.
All right. So your dog, first of all, very good. Yes, I know it only has 13 skills, and people are gonna be like, you don't have 15, you're trash, blah blah blah. My F1 dog only has 14, and I'm taking a dump on people in fights, so don't worry about any of that. Main focus would be your damage dealing, damage reduction, your damage dealing for the specific troop type, damage reduction for the specific troop type, and then your march capacities and your speed for the troop type and your overall speed. Once you have all those, you can throw in health, attack, and defense and go from there. But damage dealing, damage reduction, the capacities, and the speeds are the main focus.
Well, I can already tell you right now that I already messed that up big time because uh Uh,
You have damage dealer right there for melee.
yeah,
You have
it's
attack overall. You have attack for melee. You have damage reduction for melee, I believe, right there, right?
uh, I
Oh,
don't.
that's defense. Yeah, I mean, but you're fine. You can just replace. I would say replace your melee defense with damage reduction. Um, Either melee damage reduction or the overall melee reduction.
The
Either one.
universal. Okay.
Um, the melee one may be better because it's cheaper. Um, but that would be a good one. Just make sure you lock the skills that you need to lock and keep.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I would probably have to get rid of I'll probably keep the universal damage. I mean, damage resistance, whatever it's called, and get rid of. Wait, would you advise me just to change it like in terms of like now, or should I just wait till I get to level 14 and 15 dogs in order to get those skills?
Yeah, you can wait. You don't
Okay,
have to do
okay.
it now.
Cause I feel like though it would have been a big downgrade if I were to change anything here as of now. It would be massively detriment, especially for PvP and everything like that. It's gonna massively decrease my power.
Not really. So defense plays a role if you are attacking or defending, but it's not very necessarily used when you're only attacking. So you can counter that with your war cart or your vehicle or your specialization on that formation. So you don't have to have it. And that's what a lot of people get like harped on. Um, I'll use a prime example. If you want to back out, you can go to rankings. And if you uh, go to specialization, because that's the person I want to show. Cascade at the very top, right? You
Jesus.
see that? Yeah, exactly. You see all those gold badges right there? Cascade is literally countering anything he's missing by having his defense, health, and attack at 200%. So if he doesn't want to have defense on his dog, it's already countered. So losing that 25% isn't a bad thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can always find it somewhere else. So if you back out again and go to vehicles,
Uh,
so let's try to find Cascade again, right? He should be somewhere right there. There you go. So if you see his F1 vehicle, right?
yep.
And I'm giving all his information away. This is terrible. But you see where's it at? His defense and his health and everything like that is already maxed out. So if he didn't want his dog to be defensive oriented, it's countered right here.
I see.
You- and
Yeah.
it's not really affecting him much missing defense. So I'm not saying he is missing defense on his dog, but if he didn't want it, he doesn't really necessarily need that 25% because it can be countered with tech, vehicle, war cart, uh, anything else, specialization. You can always find a counter for it. So you can overdo your attack and health and underdo your defense. He uses shooters like me, so he doesn't actually have to do his attack that much either, because the shooters automatically have the highest attack.
Yeah.
So if he wanted to maximize his defense and health over attack, he can do that as well. You use melee. Melee has the highest defense. What is it? The highest defense and health? I can't remember. Uh, Easy way to find out. Can you click on your troops? There you go.
Yep.
So melee has the highest defense, right?
Yep.
So if you go to Cav, right, um, and go to tier 10 Cavs, there you go.
It's a
They have the
balance.
second highest.
Yeah.
Yes. but they have the second highest attack as well. And then if you go to shooters, shooters have the highest attack, the lowest defense, and the lowest health.
Yep.
So if you want to maximize anything on shooters, it would be defense and health. Since you use melee, if you want to maximize anything on melee, it's going to be your attack and health. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I see why it makes sense now. Why some people, whenever I ask them what do they usually like to prioritize second, they usually go for health rather than defense because like defense is already up there in terms of like. But it makes sense now. Okay, I'm starting to see all this like connect. It's starting to make sense now.
So you don't have to always go for attack and everything like that as well. A lot of whale servers will tell their smaller players only upgrade your attack because that's what's needed in an outpost fight.
Yep.
When you get to smaller servers, you need to upgrade everything because that's what's needed. You're needed more so to be balanced over just attack heavy, because if you're attack heavy and you have no health, you're not staying in the fight long enough to do anything. Yeah, you're doing damage, but you're getting damage so quick back that you really didn't do anything, you know?
Yep.
So, now would be probably the spending portion. Uh, that one I would always say spend wisely. Um, the cheapest way is your war pass and first aid kit. First aid pass. Um, what are they? 10 bucks a month?
Yeah, they're both $10. But of course, it varies from country to country. But specifically in the
Yeah.
U.S., it's just 10.
So 1,000. Sorry, let's say it that way. 1,000 gold a month.
Yeah.
So those two passes, if you're gonna be a spender, mid tier, high tier, whatever, those are essential. The rewards are at the end are so good now. Um, anything you need is in them. Everything you need is in them. They're so good. I like this upgrade, by the way. But the passes, both passes, so 2,000 gold a month. And then the other one I would say is good is the one for 500 gold. Um,
Which one is that?
if you back out and go to the top, yeah, the that one. What is it?
Daily value or recruits, vehicle, special, or
The monthly cards. That one. That is probably one of the best ones. Um, every day you get 500 gems, you get some bread, and you get some whatever resources, and then you can gather with allies, everything like that. And then every time you purchase it, you get 1,000 rubies and 500 um, elite points, and you get 120 radios and 2,000 rubies to put away.
Mhm.
But every 7 days, you get 60 radios as well on top of that. So I think it's good just for the gems itself. 500 gems a day over 30 days is, what is that, like 15,000 gems
Yep.
in 30 days? That's not a bad deal for 500 gold or $5 or wherever you live, you know?
Mhm.
Um, that can be used for a dog, that can be used for elite points, it can be used for training troops if you need them, finishing a research, finishing whatever. Um, donating to Clan Tech, you know. Um, I think that's a good path as well. From there, it becomes very specific on what you need.
I think these are good. The specialization, especially for the
I
value.
I got all those. I regret it, but I got all of them. Yeah, the war cart, the equipment, the survivor ones, and the specialization.
Why do you? I've only gotten the equipment, but why do you feel like you regret? you regret getting? Wait,
Um,
which one do you regret though? The specialization or like which one specifically?
probably probably that one, the Survivor ones. I was low on uh experience to upgrade Survivors, and I have a ton of medals, but I was low on experience, and I didn't want to be patient and do rallies and stuff.
Uh,
So now I have too much experience and not enough, and nothing left to upgrade at the moment. So
I see.
people are just sitting there, you know, fully maxed out. But I think it was a decent deal at the time because I needed it. But the other ones are really good. The specialization I think is actually too good to be true. I thought they would actually reduce it, to be honest with you. Um, but that's probably one of the best deals they've ever put out.
Okay, so far get specialization in Rise of Power, get the monthly cards, and then get your forget what it's called, your
The
daily
War
war
Pass,
pass and the first aid pass.
yeah,
So
those are the
so you're looking at a total of like $45 per month so far.
well, no, because the specialization you only have to buy one time.
Well, yeah, sorry. Well,
So,
as of right now though, like if someone were to purchase it all as of right now, that total would just be 45 USD at least.
yeah, so we'll let's use gold then, so we don't confuse. So 4,500 gold.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Well, so that would get you started. Um, I wouldn't say do the specialization immediately because you're gonna get the free ones on the side, the four or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, so just do those for now. Um, when you feel like spending again, then come back to them
Okay.
because uh, I think that would be a better option than. But 25 a month for the two passes and the monthly card would be essential for like very low spending or like if you just don't you're like the cusp of free to play and spending
Hmm.
portion. Uh 25 a month would be like the easy well 25 I keep saying 2500 gold a month would be the easy way to do it. Um then you get into like higher tier spending is when you want to add the rise to power stuff for the 2000 gold um per and I'd probably do all four of them again. I mean, I don't think the Survivor ones is a good deal. Um, in the moment, it was because of how bad I needed this stuff,
Yep.
but I don't think it's a great deal. And that one's what 1,000 gold, ain't it? Yeah.
Yep.
So that one's even cheaper, but still, I don't think it's a great deal. Um, but so in total, you'll spend what is that? Two, four, six, 7,000 gold. So 9,500 gold to get you started, and then 2,500 gold monthly. It's not a terrible deal from there,
Hmm.
and you start with a head start. You know, um, what's the other? Oh, at the very end, do they still have it? The growth fund? I don't even know if they have that anymore.
I don't see it. I feel like this is isn't this a good value?
Nah, that's terrible. That's a waste of money.
Okay, well, I'll skip it. I thought it
That's
was a good value because like you can at least double your research,
yeah,
to
but
get your
the
research faster.
oh,
But
so we actually proved it wrong per se. Um, so one of my favorite whales in the game was Troy.
I remember.
Um,
Yeah, I remember him.
a lot of people know him, know of him, whatever. He was one of the smartest spending whales I've ever met because I'll use Voldemort for an example. When we faced Voldemort in season seven,
Hmm.
um, for lack of better words, Troy shit on him. Um, we had it set up to where Troy would win survival challenges at the last second by doing the bare minimum whale wise. He would wait for Voldemort to go all out, do his stuff, and then he'd beat him at the last second. Stronger Survivor, same thing. He would wait, let Voldemort go all out, do everything he wanted to, and then he'd beat him at the last second. Now Voldemort just sets the bar so high that nobody wants to go that high. But back then, Troy used to just beat him with brains. Um, didn't upgrade his F3 and 4 and stuff. Because, in whale fights, uh, those forms don't really, no one's really hitting towns per se to get through. You're not going to get through even if the F1's out. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um, but he was just super smart in everything he did, spending wise, everything he did upgrading wise. And he found out that the money you spend monthly on the Inventor Pass, if you just use that on research speeds, you can actually research your stuff faster than you would if you bought that. So
Say that again?
if you spent the money, the 5,000 gold,
Yeah.
if you just spent it on research speed ups,
Mm-hmm.
you would actually get the same amount, if not more, research speeds and be able to research more technology than what you would do with the Inventor Pass.
Okay. I see. It makes sense now. So you would basically have to value getting the research speed, which is basically way more beneficial in terms of like upgrading your research than as opposed to having 2 slots of research.
Correct.
Okay, I see. Okay. So next advice.
Don't spend on stupid stuff. Um, don't spend on every deal you see because it says fucking 45,000% off. Doesn't mean it's a good deal. The way they value, man, we should have did this during the gift pack thing. That's my bad though. The way they value tomatoes, uh, water, wood, and meat is actually more than how they value keys and other things like shields and stuff. So just because it says you get 120 radios or keys for $100 or 10,000 gold at 9,000% off doesn't mean it's a good deal. They add all that extra stuff in there so you can think it's a good deal, but it's really not.
Okay.
That, oh, you pulled it up. Okay. So where's the deal at? If you scroll down some, it's going to have like 1,800 radios right there to your left. Back, it says 160 gloves
Right there.
right there. Yeah. So that deal, if when they post it on the game, um, they will actually say like 32,000% off when they post it. But they'll throw in like tomatoes or they'll throw in like resources bundle or certain something else,
Yep.
The best deal is when they throw the rubies in. And not the 20,000 rubies that you get automatically for spending 10,000 gold, but the ones that are like uh 500 gold and you get the 1,000 rubies and then you get the 200 times 15 rubies. So you get 4,000 rubies, then you get radios, gloves, whatever attached to it. Those are the best deals to spend on
I see.
because you get more bang for your buck.
So so for this superstore, you wouldn't recommend anyone spend anything on here, right?
This is a web store.
Okay.
Unless
Okay.
red
Just wanted to make sure.
um prime example is the anvils. They max out at 800 for 10,000 gold or $95 or whatever you want to see there. Um for 10,000 gold, you can um use the what is that event called? Where it's like Survivors Gathering is one of them. But there's an event where you get to select anvils as your reward, and it's 1,200.
Hmm.
And um, so yes, you get speed ups, and yes, you get uh recruit XP and all that other stuff. But they have that deal show up in the game as well, and you still get 1,200 anvils over 800 anvils. So just because it glitters doesn't mean it's gold. If you ever heard that saying.
Yep. What about the top up section? I feel like this is probably good for budgeting. Would you agree?
Um,
Or so for like 5,000, instead of spending like $70 in game, you can just do that for like 40 on here. Just purchase
I
it,
don't
and then you get 5K gold and all that.
I don't recommend anyone to spend in the game. I'm not going to tell anyone to get a VPN. I'm not going to say the Philippines is probably the best option. I'm not going to say many things, but um, you should never buy anything other than gold and use it in the game.
Okay.
So this is the best option if you're going to spend. That's why I wanted to relate everything to gold. Um, don't buy gold from the game. Buy your gold in the store and the top up events here. Don't buy it from the game because you're gonna waste your money.
Yeah, it costs more basically.
Yeah, you're not getting anything for it.
Okay, I think that's good advice. What's the next advice you would recommend?
Um, I mean, everything else from spending is just don't be stupid. Don't overspend. Don't think you have to spend millions and thousands of dollars to keep up. Set a goal. Like you set your goal for 17,000 dual points, right?
Yep.
So if you're going to start slow, your first step is to play every event. I'm going to bother you and hound you since this is your goal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally going to message you and be like, "Did you play Saw today?" And if you say no, I'm like, "So you don't want to level up?" You get what I'm saying? I'm just and that's the easiest way to do it. Like if you're setting your goal and you're saying, "I want to do this and I'm going to do that," and I'm like, "All right, cool. Did you do your first step, the free step, which is to play your event?" Well, I didn't want to play today. Okay, so you don't want to level up then. Well, I do, but you don't because if you don't care, somebody can't care for you. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, uh, other than that, man, play your events. Um, do your dailies every day. Burn your stamina every day. Use your milk every day. Um, and maximize your rewards as much as you can. If you can't do every survival challenge, do the bare minimum. Do the first two chests and call it a day. Because season's about to start, you're gonna get commendation for them. Commendations, free rewards. Anything you can do to get free stuff, you should do. When the knife event is out, try to maximize the knife event. You know, try to get first or top 10. It's free speed ups and free rubies. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying you know a lot. I must be getting tired. Um, but just try to maximize as much as you can different aspects of the game and different avenues that you don't have to spend money in because not everybody wants to spend. Not everybody has the means to spend. So I don't try to tell anyone to spend. But um, one of the worst deals in the game that I purchased and a lot of people did is in the clan store. Um, that that one, where is it? I think it's in gifts. If you go to gifts at the top, it's that team pack. It's the worst deal in the game. So stupid. It's the worst. Yeah, you get your clanmate stuff, but it's terrible. 900 uh, radios and what is that
500,000 XP for your
for your recruit,
recruits. Yep.
and then what is that? 20,000.
Metal
Yeah,
scraps.
it's terrible. It's a terrible deal. They trick you because you're trying to be a team player, but it's a terrible deal. Don't do it. It's a waste of money, waste of time. Don't do it. Things like that. People will see packs like that and like, oh, I'm helping the clan, but they get a skin for 7 days. Doesn't do anything. It's a waste of money. Don't buy it. Um, oh, always use your clan points. I saw you bought a Negan piece earlier, but always use your clan points on things you need, things that you can help you upgrade, um, because it helps the clan too. The more clan points the clan has, the more they can build throughout the season. Blah blah blah. But also upgrade your clan tech as well. So as much as you can, just try to improve everything. I actually, so you did that, right? I actually used to set timers because if you see it has 30 minutes or whatever until your next one. So I would set a timer for 10 hours and I would every 10 hours I would log in and do my free 20 donations.
Yeah,
When I first
that's
yeah.
smart.
So if you don't want to lose troops, set a timer for your shield, set a timer for things you want to do, set a timer for TTBE, set reminders, whatever, for Saul, all that good stuff, survival challenges. Um, there's people in our clan that do every survival challenge throughout the season. I don't know how they do it. My sleep is now precious to me. I try to get as much as I can now. Uh, because staying up, waking up every like 4 hours to do a survival challenge, it's doable, but that ain't it no more. I'm getting too old. Um, but that's another thing. Do survival challenges as much as you can. The free rewards are they're just too good. Everything free is good.
Okay. So I guess I was thinking more tangible things. In terms of like, let's see, let's do a review on everything that I have so far. In terms of like my stats, my survival levels, my vehicles. We've already did dogs, but like war cards specifically. If you were to go through my entire account right now and seeing all the stats, what would you think I should be focusing on specifically in order
Okay.
to reach
Go to your
17K?
go to your town
Mm-hmm.
and then click on your war cart, your assembly. And yep, and then click on your F1 because that's the only one we care about. Yeah, I'll put my glasses back on. Getting old. All right. So, of course, everyone immediately does the attack first. Um, this is where I'll say doing Saw and everything is important, because you can upgrade your health and your defense right now, which I probably would do because your attack is at 59.
Yep.
And if you click on it, the chance of you getting up to that many brushes anytime soon ain't happening.
I
So
mean,
go ahead and take both of those to 44 if you can.
I can spend for it right now. It's not a problem.
But why would you when
True.
you can up something else?
Very true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're you want to take the avenues to upgrade what you can before you have to spend. There's no need to spend like all right, so hit the X here and we're going to back out all the way back to the to your town and then click on we can't even click on it. Never mind. But this is where Saw and everything comes into play because you can use the rewards you get from there to purchase the things you need. So you can purchase your war cart, XP, your brushes, everything you might need without spending a dollar. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I understand.
Um, and then the one I pull from, so once you start maxing out your war cart, I wouldn't even pull from this one anymore. For the Killer's collection, I'd pull from the one prior to it. That's where you get your brushes and everything only. So that's where you get your XP and everything to level up a little bit faster. But for right now, keep pulling from the one with the Killer's Collection in it until you get your war cart maxed out as good as you can.
Yeah. Okay. Um.
Your vehicle, uh, let's see. Can you click on performance first? And click on exterior. All right. So what I would do here is I would catch up your defense and your health to your attack. You don't have to do it right now, but I would start working on that soon. And then for as far as your performance, because you have to spend more to upgrade your modification, the way they have this one set up, I would do once you get your um, engine 1 and 2 to level 60,
Yep.
I'd start working on your capacity and get that to 60 as well.
Okay. So for these two, damage dealt and damage taken, get it to 60, and then afterwards you can start focusing on march capacity.
Yeah. Because so I like to work at thresholds, you know. Um because then we can go into gear next and this relates to gear. Um the previous threshold for vehicles was level 60 and now it's 100. So what you want to do is you want to get to everything you can to that threshold of 60
Mm-hmm.
and then start leveling to 100. Because once you have that base of the last previous max, it's easier to go up to the new max. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because if you start working on one level or whatever and take that, like if you so you're we'll use your attack for instance. Um you started working on that, getting it higher. If you were to take that all the way to 100, you could have been stronger if you would have just kept them even, balancing them throughout the way, all the way up to 85 instead. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah, you get one level to 100, but then you have to spend 2 to 3 more as much time as you would have had to spend just to get the other ones up. When you can just keep going little by little at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
do you want to look at the modification plan or?
um, yes, because I got some advice for you. Um, I would unlock the other ones. Um, I know you probably don't want to because that one's cool, you know. But I would unlock the other ones for the attributes you get for it, for unlocking it, which would be like the attack and the health that comes with it. So you get 3% attack on that one, and then on the Halloween one, I believe what is it, health?
Yep.
I think it's yeah. So you get 6% health. Those are I don't want to say free buffs because it's going to cost you 1,000 vehicle whatever token, whatever the things are called.
Yep.
But it's going to cost you 1,000 each, which is 2,000.
It's
But you get
1.5.
so 1,500.
Yep.
It's going to cost you 1,500, but the bonuses that come with it are better.
Ah.
Will make you stronger.
Okay.
It's like free bonuses per se.
Okay. Well, I'll probably
Have to-
invest in getting more of. I'll probably just buy more of these tokens then, and I'll unlock these two. I mean, I can do it
Yeah,
now, but I just want to get a general view of what's important right now. So.
yeah. So if you go to your annihilator and you go to upgrades, so you can upgrade again right now, but you'll have to use your vehicle tokens to do it.
Yep.
So I think it's like every couple levels you have to upgrade using tokens or
It's every level.
every level.
Yep.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Oh man, yeah,
I mean,
that's a
I'm not worried about it because I'm literally gonna buy like probably I'll invest in a lot of these tokens just to make sure my vehicle is covered. I'm probably looking like around 10, 15K. We'll see, but I'll be good in this department. I'm not worried about the tokens at all.
Okay, then I'll show you where to get them from. So go ahead and back out.
Okay.
The best deal in the game is in the store. Buy your gold, go to vehicle, and where's it at? Special, sorry. And you want to buy those. And it's going to be 900 gold a day, which is $9 US.
Hmm.
And that is the best deal in the game. If you're looking to get a vehicle and you don't want to spend the 3 grand for a vehicle, I believe it takes 166 days to do it. Um, but you can get a vehicle for $1,500 instead of three. Well, 15. How do I say this? 15,000 gold, I
Yep.
think is the max,
Yeah.
instead of 30,000 gold.
Yeah.
So
That's not bad.
you actually save, or no, that math is wrong too, because 10,000 gold is $100. I don't know how to say it. Instead of 600,000 rubies, you get it for half the price. How about that? That sounds a lot better.
Yep.
It's half the price, but it takes 3 times longer to do it. But you can get a vehicle for half the price doing this.
Yep. I mean, I've seen some pretty good deals when it comes to these. They've popped up recently, but I believe like one of the special deals that popped up, like you can get, you know, one of those top up events where it's like you buy the $5 one, the $10 one, and the 20 and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that. But it was mostly for tokens, so you can reach like all the way up to like 3K, 5K, and all that stuff. But I just forgot the name of it. That's all. But I will be looking out for those specific deals when it shows up. So yep. And
Yeah.
there's also the vehicle. So you know how you have to get like 30,000 of those just to buy a new vehicle?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that event also you can get it from there. Like that's also pretty decent.
Um, when they come with rubies, it's really good. Or speed ups. When they come with like I think it's like those tokens, and then you get keys and you get vehicle. I don't know which ones are vehicle tokens, but yeah, when you get things like that, then those are good deals. But just for those, nah, it's not worth it.
Okay. So is there anything else you would like to go over in terms of vehicle, or because I pretty much understand. So look for more of a balanced approach when it comes to exterior. Get these two to level 60 before doing that, and then buy these two for the universal buffs. And yeah,
Yeah.
so I understand what to do now in terms of vehicle. So what else would you like to look at?
In terms of vehicle, I think that would actually be it. Um, I mean, this is gonna sound bad. You should reset all of your vehicles for all that bronze. Well, not, I don't want to say bronze, but copper, and put it on your F1. Um, I mean, you should, but at the same time, that's probably not enough copper. But uh, I'd probably reset your carriage so it goes back to level 1, and your RV.
Yeah, I mean the reason why I had the carriage like this is because of the hospital capacity. I see that as a really good buff. But that's about it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the Stinger. I'm saying the carriage, the horse, that one.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I will definitely reset this. It's gonna cost a lot of
4,000.
4,000. Wait, what do you mean? Isn't
That
it?
one's 4 rubies. The other ones are 10.
Oh wow. Okay, but that's
But
not
do it in
eight
hours.
k.
Don't do it.
Is Yeah, it's not worth it. Not right now though, at least.
Yeah, it's not. not major difference. So, but yeah, I would have reset everything to and don't put anything into any other vehicle until you max your F1. So
Okay.
don't take up any exterior or performance on any other vehicle until you finish one vehicle.
So get these all to level 160 before focusing on the others, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Eh, I think the vehicle section is covered. What else?
Um, gear. Yeah. So a lot of people just want to maximize their sword and not care about the other things, like your chest or your headband or your belt. All of them add enough percentage to make a big difference. Um, I would try to get all of them even to level 90
Hmm.
since the baseline threshold for the previous high before going to 120 on one thing. But then I would take the sword up and everything else up a little bit even, um, as much as I could. But level 90 should be your next goal.
For all of them, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have any other gold gear on any other form until you did it.
Yeah, I mean, I believe we covered this the last time in terms of what wasted it, but I haven't focused on any other except for my F1 for now.
Yeah.
What? How would you? Let me see. Where's the resources? Anvils. Um, should I invest and get more, or what do you think?
Um, yeah. The best deal is that deal where you can select them and get your 1200 anvils for 10,000 gold. But be moderate is what I'll say. Um, try to gauge it to where it's worth the upgrade and benefit
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to spend that amount of money. Because not always is it worth it because you're going to get to a point where it's going to be you're going to have 12,000 anvils, but
Yep.
you're going to need 760 for one level. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that value is not really gonna, it's not gonna hit like you think it's gonna hit. I'll say it like that. You're gonna be like, damn, I spent it and I only got one level out of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So is it really worth the, I don't want to say risk, but worth the upgrade or worth the money to do it? That's all. But yeah, I mean, it'd be a good if you want to spend on it, yes. But I don't think it's necessary if you're going to be doing events like lines we cross and stuff like that, where you get free anvils or duels, where you get free anvils.
Is it a deal breaker though in order to reach 17K?
No, actually. So the the percent of damage from level 90 to level 100 is like I think it was like 23% or something like that for your attack was the difference. Um, I don't think it's substantial enough when you can use that same money you were gonna spend and put it on like specialization, which makes a substantially better increase for your percentages. And what I mean by percentages is easiest way to show. Can you back out and go to your letters? It's the fastest way to do it. And hit like a rally with your F1 in it. And then so if you scroll down and you see your percentages there, that'll tell you how you're improving and everything. So if you go a little bit more right there. So those are your percentages that I'm talking about.
Yep.
Your attack, your defense, your health, everything like that. So if you go to attribute source, it'll tell you where you're getting your percentages from everywhere. From your clan, your elite, whatever. That's just for attack. But you have your defense, your health, and you can actually see what everything is doing from buildings, from technology. Your appearances would be your town hall skins. Um, your vehicle, of course, self-explanatory, animal, all that good stuff. But you can see where you can improve firsthand just by looking here.
Okay. But in
So,
terms of the importance, though, what would you feel like? Should I focus on? Because like I think people around my level, they're already in the 1.5k attack range, and around 1.3 to 1.4 range for defense and health. But I'm ahead of them in terms of like the damage dealt and damage taken. I'm like far ahead of them. But in terms of like effective dealing damage, because they have a different vehicle than me, the free to play version, but they're ahead of me in terms of like effective damage dealing skills and resistance. I go even with them. I think the best way to show this would be duels. Actually, let's see if I can like her for instance. She's way stronger than me, by the way. She's a good friend of mine. Uh, I kind of wanted to search up our F1. Like she just completely destroyed me here. But okay, maybe this is a bad example because let me see. It was one of the other ones actually where it's like we're kinda even, but they beat me still. Maybe this. No, this is probably a bad example too. But I don't understand how I have so much more better stats than some of these people, but yet I still lose to them. But as you can clearly see, like effective damage dealing skills, 34%, and then 26% for the resistance part. So it's like that's my only weakness when it comes to these people. But it's like I it doesn't matter how far I'm ahead of them in terms of all the other stats. I still lose for some reason, and I'm not sure why.
let me look. Can you scroll up for me? I just want to make sure I'm not wrong here.
Higher levels, not sure about that. 64, 64, 60,
That's
59.
that. We're not worried about that part. Can you scroll up? Up, up,
Higher,
up. Oh,
also
yeah.
also higher level 131 versus 124, and then 140 versus 138.
I'm not gonna say that doesn't matter. I don't want you to think it doesn't. But
80, 49, 54, and
yeah,
then
her work.
40 has a better dog as well. But yeah,
So where she beat you, actually, if you scroll down, is the effect of her damage dealing skills. So when her skills release, the ones that are doing damage to you are just wrecking you. So if you see, um, a prime example would be
okay,
right there with governor. Go back down. It's gonna be closer than you think, but it's enough difference to make make a change per se. Her governor released less skills, but killed more of your troops.
yeah, 400,
With
400 more. Yeah,
so if you go down to Dwight, right? Her Dwight got off substantially more skills
yep.
and killed more of your troops as well.
Not killed
Then you
more
go
of his
up,
actually.
and that those are just kills from the skills. That's not kills from just
Oh
the
yeah, 374. Okay, I see.
yeah. So then you go down to your Negans, right? Her Negan got off more skills, one more skill, but killed 400 more troops than what you did.
Yeah,
So her buffs are in the right place to make up the difference for you having a little bit more attack, defense, and health.
So
So your damage dealt is good, things like that. But that would be your recruit that you would need to work on next.
so just based off of my stats alone that you're seeing here, I should be focusing more on the resistance and the damage dealing skills specifically.
Yeah, and that would be in your recruit.
Uh, let me see. So invest more in my recruit essentially.
Not the war card,
Whoops.
the recruit down there. There you go. So you would need to get your levels up higher. So if you click on talents there and scroll down some, first I'm gonna make a correction to what you're doing here. Um, you don't need to take anything to 10 out of 10. You only need to take it to, so the ratio is 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10, and then
Oh,
when you
I've already done it. I've already done that. I did the exact same thing until I reached the attack speed buff. I
yep,
just did
and
the
then
bare minimum.
when you have to go back to the top,
Yep.
you only have to do 4.
Wait, what?
You do 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10.
Really?
Yes.
I never knew that.
You don't have to do the 5 out of 5 and 10 out of 10.
I can't do the math right now. So if I reset this right now and did exactly that, where would I end up? If you had to guess, where would you think I would end up?
Hold on, I'm gonna look at mine real quick. You're making me load the game. I haven't loaded the game in like a couple hours. Let's see. I want to say you'd be just past the attack speed. I don't want to say you would though. I think you'll be like just at it, maybe. Just getting ready to go to the next level.
Okay. So wait, right now I'm stuck here at 8 out of 10. So I would probably be around this area.
Yeah, here I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you a screenshot in the game real quick,
Okay.
just to show you that I'm not lying to you. Um, so I'll show you my attack speed, and then if I could spell your name right. There it is.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Then attack speed. Okay, I see.
And the next one you go 8 out of 10. Yeah, so you don't have to do
The max one, 10 out of 10,
you
right?
don't have to do the
And what about these ones? Should I be focusing on like the equipment or just specifically the talents for now?
so the talents and equipment. But that goes back to playing Saw, TTBE, and BGT. Look, you see how everything relates to free shit? I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie to you right now. Like in my mind right now, the way I'm functioning right now is how can I reach 17K as fast as possible right now? Because there's a lot of people that I want to burn, and a lot of people that I want to catch up to right now. That's my only goal.
Then I would when the deals come out, I will message you to see if you want to spend and we can go from there. But there's recruit packs you can buy, um, things like that. But yeah, but the free stuff is the fastest way too, because you're gaining as you're doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll be doing that either way. Like from now on, I'll be doing all the events and everything else that you've stated like within this video.
Yeah.
And so I think that's actually that was actually a pretty good analysis. Just looking at like I kind of just want to find someone who's closer to my level. Like all these people seems to be stronger than me. Uh, I, yeah, this guy for instance. Just look at this. He beats me in almost every single category. I don't see how I can beat someone like this whatsoever. Damage, defense, health, like almost everywhere I lose.
Well, it's gonna happen. So I mean, don't like get down in the dumps. Like you can't beat him. You can. It's just gonna take some time. You know, like you're just gonna have to focus on certain aspects that you want to level up, and just make sure you level them up properly. Um, here, your attack is pretty decent where you're at. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I'd probably take up my health stats a little bit for a little while, whether that be your specialization or anything like that.
Hmm.
Um, can you show me your tech?
Yeah.
One thing we didn't talk about. So,
You want to start with the basics or the?
yeah. Oh, actually, just go to the basic and go to your statues.
I'm currently doing
Okay.
the universal.
Can you click on? Yep, that one. So, where you're losing at is that bottom row, and not just that bottom row. You want to finish that entire bottom row for melee, but if you go back and you click on your cav and your shooters, no, back in universal, sorry, and you click on Cavs and shooter, or Cavs or either one. So there, that bottom one, bottom right, that says trigger happy, right? That's for every formation. So if you finish that, you get that buff for damage dealing skills, right?
What?
And that's where you're losing at. Um, so that buff goes across all formations.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
So if you hit the eye right there, it tells you what percentage you're gonna get, and I believe it goes up to 5.
Yep.
So it's 5%. So you get 5, 10, 15% for completing 10 levels on each one. So
What the
I
freak?
I'd finish your melee. Um, I would try to do that as fast as possible.
So screw these two. Just focus on maxing this part out.
I don't screw anything. You need to max all of them. But yes, essentially yes, you would need to. Um, One thing you also did, I don't want to say you did it wrong, um, because there's kind of no right or wrong. The text you want to focus on if you're maxing your attack would be when attacking, and then the one that says attack slash defend. So you want to take those to level 20,
Hmm.
and then do your health, and then do your defense. And you want to just rotate it like that. You did your defending first, so your duels is reflecting that way. You're doing a little bit better on defense than when you're attacking someone. So once you start taking up certain techs and getting everything finished off, you'll notice the difference in your strength as well. Because if you click, okay, so click on when defending where it says attack and it's maxed out. So you get an extra 50%, right?
Yep.
So if, let's say you were at 13 was your percentage, your baseline percent. So now when you're defending, you'll get 1363. But when you're attacking, because you're only at level 14, um, you're gonna get like I want to say 27, yeah, 27%. So instead of 1363, you're gonna get that 13. What is that? 1340 instead,
Yep.
because losing that 23% that you would get. Now, that also means when you go down to attack slash defend, right? You have that percentage that's added on as well too. So you're getting 18%. So 18 plus 50. So you get 68% on defense. Okay. So this is your melee attack increase, whether you're attacking or defending. So you want to kind of level up what's going to benefit you in the long run. That's why other people's percentages are a little bit higher because they have these maxed out.
And you said that I'm in a pretty good spot in terms of attack, though, right?
Yes, you are in a pretty good spot.
So just focus more on health and
Yes.
this thing.
Yes, that's going to be completely necessary. That's where your effective your damage and skills is falling off. That's why they're beating you because they probably have the other ones maxed out completely.
Son of a. I guess I'm invest in speed ups for. I'm gonna need a whole lot of speed ups
Being
and
completely
flask.
honest, you're gonna need a ton of flask.
Yes,
Uh,
definitely.
I think that last research for that one is like 2,500 flasks or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty expensive, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's up there, and it's
Okay,
like 15 days. It's like a 15-day research too.
Jesus. Let's say I max this out. The Siri punch. What would you recommend? Should I start like going towards these ones, or would you recommend I start focusing on health?
I would always say max out your troop type first. Um, so I would finish your. Do you have one or two researchers? Let me ask that first.
Just one. That's the reason why I brought up like the research value pack, so I can do two
Oh,
researchers instead of like one. So
I only asked because I saw you had Eugene. I don't even have Eugene. Um,
yeah, this was in the past when I got it. That's about it.
okay. Then yeah, I would finish your melee first.
Okay.
Finish finish all of that. Finish that entire page. So you have nothing left, and then go
Okay.
to
So
your
this.
trigger happy and other stuff.
Okay. I see.
You don't want to just fall behind thinking you have to finish stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to come back to melee or come back to do whatever.
Bro, this is about to take me like Jesus.
Um,
I don't see how I can get to 70K. Especially this already this part, the research, this is probably gonna take me like a couple months just to complete.
not really. It's not. Nah, it's not really. It depends on what you want to put into it, and that's you can use rubies, you can use other things too. So remember,
Um
there's universal speed ups too.
that's true.
You don't have to just use research speeds.
But the flask is going to be a massive problem.
Um, as long as you do your free daily ones, there's a deal. The deal you can get the weekly card for 1,600 flask as well, or
Where?
1,800. I don't remember. I don't remember how much it is. Though it's in the store, and you go to weekly card, weekly whatever at the top, and you can get flask for
Oh, okay.
1,000 gold.
I see. So
Yeah,
this is probably going to be another. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to invest in this then.
yeah. I got that deal so many times. It's crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, man. I mean, other than that, it's gonna take time, but I think you'll be fine.
So is that all I should be focused? Like you've already seen my weaknesses in like in duels, but like in terms of like let me see. I just want to go back to the stats. That's all. Um, so I'm going to focus a lot on these two. Oh, by the way, like my vehicle also gives me both of these stat buffs as well. Like it gives me damage dealing skills and resistance as well. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to let. I'm not sure if it does the same thing with the other skins, but um then definitely gonna have to work on my health because that's super low right now. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's pretty much it, really. I'm not sure what else to focus on to reach my goal.
just be consistent. That's all the other thing. I mean, you can really do. But I'm telling you, man, just play the events, and I promise you, you'll level up faster than you think you will,
Okay.
because you'll be making a difference everywhere rather than focus. Because if you're gonna just spend, and I'll be honest with you, when you spend, you only focus on one aspect rather than everything. So most people, when they first start spending, they max their vehicle, or not. I don't, it takes a long time to max your vehicle, but they'll go all out for the vehicle, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So they'll take their vehicle as far as they can, and then they'll go to gear. And then they'll take their gear as far as they can, and then they'll go to the work cart, and so on and so forth. But if you play events, you can be like, hey, I need to level up my recruit. I only need this um, tape for my recruit for the next level. So then you'll use those points to get recruit tape, and or you use your dual store points to get recruit tape. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Level up your recruit and level up that piece of gear, and now your attack is a little bit higher. You get what I'm saying? So like it's easier with the free events to level up what you need in that moment rather than trying to spend and level up everything in a group setting, because they don't have deals like that. You're never going to get the research speeds, the keys, and the war cart stuff at the same time.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Up.
Yeah,
Would you say I'm in a good spot in terms of like work arts though? Like, should I be focusing on this or?
I would, yeah, because you're going to get that good different. You're going to get the buffs and everything from it in the first place with leveling up. So I think you're in a good spot, because one, you're not spending a ton on it,
Mm-hmm.
but you're gonna get more of the pliers and everything.
Yep.
Then just make sure you level your baseline out a little bit too.
I bet. Let me see. Where's Daisy?
Daisy,
Yeah. Let me see if I can find
uh,
her.
she was by the camp last I saw.
Oops. I think it'd be faster this way.
Yeah,
There she is.
she.
17.3. When I checked her stats, let's see, she's
Don't let Daisy fool you. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. Daisy's a beast. All right? I'm being real with you. I'm being real with you. Daisy doesn't spend a ton. She's just really smart with what she does. So like,
she surprised me when I saw her. Like she's now 17.2. Last I remember she was like around
oh,
16.2, and then out of nowhere, like one day I just checked her dual points. She went from like 16.1 all the way to 17.2, and like I was like, wait, what? I was
okay,
so confused
I'm
when I
gonna tell you
saw this.
something. I'm gonna tell you something, and since it's already been recorded, I can be yelled at later. She faked her dual score. Um,
Bruh.
so Ipo always had her dual score low, so people would attack her and lose, and then she would zero them afterwards. I forced her to take her dual score up because she needs the anvils and stuff to level up more. Um, she's one of the strongest people on our server, and I told her to take her duels up to represent that as well. There's no point in her keeping her dual score low when her combat power is so high. Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely strong.
But Daisy is strong too. Daisy's sleepy strong. People sleep on Daisy, but she's really strong.
She's I consider she's like a I would say she's like a decent dolphin is the way I view Daisy. She's like a decent, strong dolphin.
For where we're at, yeah, she is.
Yeah, that's where I see her. Where would like once I upgrade everything and focus on all the things that I need to focus on, where would you see me in that ranking in terms of like 17K? Would I be near Daisy or like what?
Well, you got to think that at the same time you're leveling, she's going to be leveling.
True,
So,
true.
uh,
But she's stronger than that other girl that we just went. Like she's at 17.3, while the other
they're
girl was like 17.2.
they're about even. Um, I would still give the I'd still give it to Daisy, because Evo took some time off the game a couple seasons ago, from what
Mm-hmm.
I was told. Um, but Daisy's sleepy strong, man. I'm telling you, she's a beast. Uh, her confidence in herself isn't that high, but yeah, she's up there. But I mean, don't put yourself down because you're also 100 combat power lower, you know? So like you're expecting to make a drastic jump and you kind of got to get to that point too. So like don't beat yourself up either. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it takes time, you know, and everybody's doing. You can only move at the pace that you want to move to. If you want to spend, there's a way you can do it in a week. If you want to spend 5 grand, you know what I'm saying, and buy every pack that drops for the next week, you can level up in no time. You know what I mean? But if you want to, actually be moderate and do things slowly, you can go that route as well.
Yeah, I'll probably just do that then.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily Voldemort and max it and just go crazy, but I don't see the point in that.
I, I mean, I think that's pretty much it though. I have a pretty good picture now in terms of like what to focus on, and I'll probably just do that then.
All right, man. Sounds good to me. I'll be here to help you.
Don't forget, you say you're gonna be sending me like the deals that shows up, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
When
awesome.
they pop up, I'll show you and ask you like, hey, if it's a shitty deal, I'm not gonna send it to you.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely. Don't I
but the
wouldn't.
one, the ones that pop up and they're like, they start off at like 500 gold and they're like 16 radios or whatever, and but you get radios, uh, pliers, not radios, but you get keys, pliers, radios, and specialization gloves or whatever.
Mhm.
And it's a decent deal. I'm like, hey man, don't go all the way to 100, but you can get a good amount of stuff for $40 or whatever US. Do that and stop. You know what I mean? Like do the 5, the 10, and the 20 and then stop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Don't go any further than that. Like that's enough stuff to hold you over for the rest of the week at least, you know?
Yep. Okay. I think doing that gradually that'll probably help me a lot faster.
Yeah. Like I said, you can spend 5 grand and we can get you at 17K duels tomorrow.
Nah,
Like
I'm gonna regret that in future. I'm gonna definitely
that's
regret
what I'm
that.
saying.
So
It's not worth it.
yeah. I mean that's about it though. Um, I'll keep all of this. Wait, how long have we been recording?
Too long.
One
3
hour
hours.
and third. Nah. Okay. I'll stop the recording now. Let me